Well, we'll start this off back at my parents' place, where we've got a considerably larger burn pile now and considerably less tree over the bullet backstop. And now we can kind of see how the bullet backstop didn't fare quite as well. And a lot of the logs have fallen over completely. Yeah, quite messy. But that's all the work he's done with his chainsaw so far. He ended up breaking the chainsaw doing it. The sprocket's a two-piece unit with the clutch part and the sprocket part, and he split the two of them. So he had to go get that fixed, and I'm guessing he's gonna start back up on this weekend. But for right now, we're carrying limbs from around the yard that got knocked out by the wind over to the burn pile. That's the current project. See how big this thing is by the time we get done. Here he is, at it again. Welcome back to Rain City, Texas, where it is raining once again. The good news is my gutters are working, because I think I found out why they were stopping up in the first place. Well, when I was putting the stuff together, I put screws in that part right there, and the screws were sticking into the gutters and probably catching every single last bit of the seed pods or whatever the heck the pecan tree was throwing down on me. And it was stopping it up real bad. Well, I took the screws out. It ain't stopping up at all now, as can be pretty well seen right there, without getting dripped on too much. Now, the good news is the water's all going that way and not coming back towards my house. So that's fantastic. It doesn't seem to be dripping too much behind the gutters right now, except for what the wind happens to be blowing onto the front. But that's kind of to be expected. This rain just started about 5 minutes ago, and it's already filling up my driveway. So it's a fairly heavy rain, not too bad. The good news is I still got power, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much until and unless I do lose power, and then I'm not gonna be very happy anymore. Because, yeah, it just sucks. I'm out here, my socks and my porch is getting rained on because the wind is shoving it all in here. So that's just fantastic. Won't be too long before everything's filled up again. Figures, right? Seems like I just got everything dried up and now it's getting wet again. But, you know what? It's all good. Oh, for God's sake. Wait, let's restart that. I got this chair in my way. Get the fuck out of my way. Oh, for God's sake. Water backing up into my man carport again. The reason? A little bit of a bottleneck over there. Not enough of a downhill grade starting right there at the tip of my finger. There's not enough of a downhill grade right in this section right here. And the corridor beside the tree wasn't wide enough. So I literally just got done widening that with my shovel about a minute and a half ago. So that brought the water level down over here, but this stuff still isn't draining out. So looks like I need to screw around with this some more and get it so that it's going over there instead of staying over here, because this is not working out very well. Apparently the rain load is more than I excavated for. Let's just say that. This over here seems to be doing alright though. My shovel. This over here is draining outward and into a quite bloated ditch line. I'd walk out there, but what the heck, I'm already soaking wet. So yeah, that's all coming from my yard over here in the carport area. It's all just flowing across like it's not supposed to. It's supposed to go that way down the tree. But this over here is doing a nice, good job. That stuff keeps blocking it up, which makes it a little less efficient, but in general, it's getting the job done. Yeah, nice and loaded gutter, or ditch rather. Nice and loaded ditch. And down there, you can't see it from here, but the ditches are actually overflowing over a driveway. Look at that. Freaking Russian River right here. Noisemaker. But yeah, over here at my not pecan tree, whatever this freaking tree is, I don't care what it is. I widened this out some from this side, because there's a 4x4 on this side keeping me from being able to do it on that side, but I widened on this side some. And it looks like I just need to take this down a little bit. Everything is so soggy right now. Not even funny. Actually, it looks like the water's already receding a little bit, because it was all the way out to here, and now it's come back a little bit. So I'll just do a little bit more of that while I'm soaking wet, and then I'll go and take a shirt off for a little bit. Yeah, good stuff. Not really. The good news is my gutters are working, no overflow. And over here, gutters are working, no overflow. A little bit of lightning. Power staying on. Yeah, we got a decent flow right there. All over my camera, of course. All over my camera. Okay, and just looking at it from here, you can tell the water levels dropped significantly. It's not raining quite as hard as it was, but also my excavation extended down past the tree to the ditch. The water level has dropped some. It looks like at least to below the level of the carport concrete. There's a gap here where there's still some concrete hanging out. I'm going to try to get rid of that at some point. Now would probably be the best time with the ground being as wet as it is. Most of this water isn't coming from my roof, it's coming from the back of the house. It's running right along the edge of the house and just straight over into this area where this gutter is draining into. It's not working out very well. So it's kind of a case of trial and error as I do this. Like, wait for the rain to come so I can see what more I need to do. Because, yeah, I mean, this is just overflowing right over here. It's a nice wide corridor for it, though. There's a tree root right there, right in front of my foot here. I'm going to have to deal with that at some point, because it's encroaching on the corridor. And then down here, I might have to dig out just a little bit. I don't really know if doing anything down here is going to be too significant, because a lot of this is just straight downhill. But something else I just kind of realized. You can tell my culvert is majorly lopsided. Because you see how low is entering right here. But you come over here and it's darn near to the top of the culvert. So my culvert's a little lopsided. Or maybe I should say a lot lopsided. A little is okay, but a lot, that's pretty significant right there. But it works, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I get no water on the driveway, so there's something to that, I guess. So yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to put my shovel away and go get out of this shirt before I walk inside to my AC and get hypothermia because I freaking walked into a cold. Well, here we are the next day. Didn't get much, if any, rain today at all, so everything's kind of come down a little bit. But you can see the culvert ain't draining down anymore because the ditch is higher than the culvert, so that's not all that good. My driveway is empty of all rainwater. I need to come out and mow so I can bring this down a little bit because, shoot, these are up to my knees. Freaking ridiculous. There's still a little bit of water back up here before this big old hump right here. So I could probably bring that down about to the level of the culvert. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Might bring this water level down some. I can actually reduce this a little bit to give it more of a downhill flow from the house. But now you can see how much wider it is since I dug yesterday, and may do more digging still to bring this down to about right over there. That's a stick, I guess. I don't know where it's coming from. It's not coming from this tree here. Yeah. And then this wide open spot right here, which helped bring down the level from my carport. That was really helpful. The ground's still super squishy, and my carport's still got quite a bit of water in it. Oh well, not much I can do about that, I guess. So, yeah, not much I can do about the fact that it's all coming from my backyard either. I don't really know if there's anything I absolutely could do about that. But this side's working out all right. This over here, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. My drainage from the gutters up here is working out fantastically since I took the screws out of the downspout. That helped. But other than that, it's not really much to say about that right now. I get my mower and bring down the grass level some. We got all the rain in the world, now everything's sprouting up like crazy, so that's just great. My backyard's even worse. So, okay, that's all for now. I'm gonna fart, it's gonna be good.